Hey everyone, Nick from Powtoon here with a really exciting and really simple video to help you add value to the videos you make on Powtoon. Simply put, ladies and gentlemen, upgrade your brand in 5 simple steps. That's what this short video is all about. Let's jump right in. Step 1 is really simple. Upload a logo. Let me show you exactly how that works. So if you've created a video, let's say you used a template. This comes from a template of ours for onboarding or introducing a new employee. So let's say you're introducing a new employee, you want to help build in that brand recognition, right, in your onboarding videos, in your introduction videos. So let me show you how easy it is to upload an image. First, just click up, go to your images over in the library, click upload image. You've got this interface. You can actually just drag a file on your desktop here, or you can click upload or any of those other options that are there. And this is the logo I'm using for this fictitious company. Awesome Enterprises. Unfortunately, this really isn't going to fit what we're doing here. We're just going to want to crop this a little bit. So let's just crop this down so it's nice and tight. And a little bit closer there. That looks about right. So now we can have this wherever we want it. We can move it to the back so it's not on top of our text or a character. And, even would be good probably in this corner here. We might want to even move our character around here so that we have a shot of that. Move it to the beginning. And you'll want to just copy and paste it to the rest of your slides. So that's adding a logo. Simple first step. Let's talk about the next step. Step 2, set your brand colors, right? We just saw in that logo, we've got some specific colors. They don't quite match the template we were working from. No problem at all. Let's see how we update the colors to match our logo. First things first, I want to show you how to actually just get these colors into the system here, right? We've got this blue, we've got this brown, we've got this yellow, and of course white, right? So the easiest thing to do, just any item, if you're talking about the background, you can see here color is an option. Any of these text boxes, you can see that this color item opens that up, or you can look at the full menu and color is available there. This is where you change the color of anything, right? And there's a few different ways to do it. You can choose these preset colors. You can enter in a hex code. You can use your mouse and mouse around to find the color you're looking for. Or my favorite, and especially helpful when you're trying to match something in an image like this, the color sampler. So you click that, takes a moment to kick in, and then you can move this dropper over any color on your screen and it will sample it for you. So let's go through and sample these colors. First, there's this beautiful dark blue. Sample that. And you see I've changed the text to that color. This is just temporary. Now that that's the color here, I'm just going to click this plus sign and add it to my colors. Now I've got that blue for this project and I can just in one click add it in. Let's do the same thing for the other colors. Again, I'm just going to use this text box as my guinea pig. Get that color sampler up and running again. And then now let's capture this brown and we're going to save it. And we've got the blue, we've got the brown. Let's not forget this yellow here. And as you can see, now these are here, one click I can click and they're here. The hex code is recorded for me. If you need to send that to a designer, if you want to note that in your records of what your exact brand colors are, you've got that available here. And so just to bring this into line with the design, I think I'd really like to see our dark blue as the background. Let's change this text to white and this text also to white. And let's change this to that yellow so it really pops. The other thing you can do with your colors is with many of our characters here, as the ones that are in Cosmo, Rhapsody, and Boho character families, you can actually edit these characters and update their colors in their clothing to match your brand colors, right? So we've actually got him here. Here's his, well, let's say we want to make his shirt, that brown color. Remember, we got the brown, the blue, and the yellow. And we want to make his tie. Let's make his tie the blue. So boom. So now very subtly, we can finish, save it. And there we go. We have another just little piece there, another way to seed in some of that brand into your identity here. Step 3, fonts and text, right? This is really super important as well. In fact, you can see in our logo here, sorry about that. Let me just pull this logo in front here so we can get a better look at it. You can see we've got a sort of a sans serif, very plain font for awesome, and then Enterprises is it's got some serif to it. It's a little more Times New Roman-y something. I'm not sure exactly, but it's very easy to find exactly what you're looking for. So it seems to me actually that this awesome works really well with this font that we're using here. So if we look at the font that we're using, it's Roboto or Clear. And you know what? I want to keep using that. I want to have it on hand. So I'm just going to click this star. It's now right at the top of my favorites list. But what are we going to, what's this, the word that Enterprise is in? I think that these highlight words are a good place to use that font. Let's see what we will find in the font list and see if there's anything here. I'm just looking and I'm looking back over here and I'm thinking, what is the one? But that's a little bit kind of like it. None of these, none of these. Ooh, how about this one? Fancy. I think this one works. And I think it looks really good there. So I'm just going to, once again, just going to hit the favorite button. Now I can go through and it's right here under my favorites list, clear and fancy, and I can go through and update everything so that it matches those two brand fonts. It's really easy to work with text, by the way. Also, you might notice if you change the font, you might want to change the font size now, or maybe the text box itself needs to expand. All very intuitive, click and drag. So it's all available there. And you've got bold, italic, underline, all of the other font options you're used to. Step 4, add a CTA. Why is this important? What does it have to do with your brand? Well, you want people to leave your videos with the best impression possible of your brand. And they're going to do that when they receive valuable information that they know exactly what to do with. How do they act on it? And you can tell them how to do that with a call to action or a CTA. So let's take a look at the last slide of this template. John Doe, that's his name I made up for him. It just says contact info and it's got his contact info. But maybe this can be more than contact info. Something as simple as contact me, right? Contact me. Something as simple as that is a call to action, or contact me for an introductory meeting. And this, obviously, we're going to have to change the text box here and make this much, 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 much smaller. And I might also just, add a colon here. So boom. It just by thinking about tweaking that little last bit of language that you've got there, then you can make it something that gives people a direction, an initiative, something that they can do to put the information in your video into action. And that's going to leave them with a good impression of your brand. Okay, last step, step 5. Export and remove the watermark. What am I talking about? When you export, let's say I want to just export to a Powtoon player page, then that begins the export process. And here we are. You can update your information, update your title, give it a category. We'll call this market. Nope, this is HR. So it's like we'll call it business. This is super important. Include watermark. This is the Powtoon watermark. Of course, a free account there's no option to remove the Powtoon watermark, but once you have a premium account, you can select remove watermarks. And that is, I got to say, it's one of the most important things to solidifying your brand is not sharing that space with a third party or with an outside company. We're very grateful to all the free users who help spread the word about Powtoon. And that's part of what makes it valuable to upgrade is to be able to remove that Powtoon branding and have your branding take the stage. So we also want to go full quality here, export our Powtoon. We're going to go ahead and let this run. It just takes a second. And here we are at our player page. I'm going to just put this into slideshow mode so we can jump on through these slides here. But you can see Powtoon branding has been removed and your brand is the brand that can shine in your video. So that wraps up our 5 quick tips to upgrade your brand. Today we've got Powtoon Pro Plus accounts at a very, very special price. Please do take advantage of this opportunity to upgrade your videos through upgrading your brand and your brand identity in the videos that you create to communicate with your colleagues, with your employees, with a marketplace, with your customers, anybody that you need to communicate with. I'll see you in the next video.